What's going on, beautiful people? Welcome back to another AI video. And today we are going to be exploring Kimi K2.5. Now, I wasn't going to make a video on this. Kimi isn't necessarily on my radar, but it probably is on some of you guys' radar. So I learned about the capabilities of this model and what it actually entails. And honestly, if I'm being completely honest, this is one of my favorite models, at least based on its agent. So it has better vision. You can turn anything into an aesthetic website. It has a lot of motion knowledge, so knowing how to create motion, things of that nature. Then we have the agent swarm, which is new. Um, Up to 100 sub agents working on your behalf, and they also have a library of like pre-built sub agents that the agent can use. So you can get different things done by different agents and um, have a better workflow. But Kimi K2.5 is free to use. You get 3 agent use cases on their website, and I think that this is a great time to actually try out a new model. Give a new model a try. Kimi, like I said, Kimi was not on my radar, but today we are going to explore the abilities of Kimi K2 when it pertains to creating websites. So I was able to, over the last day, I was able to clone 3 websites, and these came with a very easy process. I did not have to do much at all. But this is where we are going to start. So we're going to first start on Seesaw. And Seesaw is basically where you can see a bunch of different website ideas. Let's say you like coding focused websites. This one might appeal to your eye. A loading sequence, whatever. So this is like how they're capturing emails. You can copy that. You can go to this one, Lufu, visit the site, check it out, scroll down. And this is the workflow here. So this is the website that we're going to do. We're going to do Lufu. So what you want to do, basically I want you to get this extension right here, GoFullPage. And basically this is going to allow you to get full page screen capture of any website that you're on. So let's go back to Lufu. Let's scroll down just so we capture all of the movements, make sure everything is actually animated and it's not going to be in the process during the screenshot. So let's go ahead and screenshot this. And it is a difficult website to screenshot just because it has the scrolling effects. So that little section right there isn't going to be gotten. But that is where this second kind of method comes in. So what you want to do is go back to this page. You want to get a screen recorder of some kind and you want to record this. So record, visit site. We have it opened up. We scroll, make sure everything is seen, all the pages. Scroll some more, vision, whatever. Scroll some more. You got all the animations. You got all of these. Got the animations behind in the background. Join the wait list. We got these. So we're going to stop that recording. And then we're going to go over to try Kimi K2.5. So in addition to creating this website, I'm going to show you guys the 3 examples that I created overnight. But this is the workflow. So you have that GoFullPage right here. You want to download this, or really you could just copy this image and paste it inside of here. And then you want to go wherever your screen recording is. And this is our screen recording. So we're actually going to trim this at the start just to make sure it doesn't capture that part. Bam, right here. So this is our screen recording, and you want to go to get info. Make sure that this is under 100 megabits. You want to add this into Kimi, because Kimi can see your screen recordings. It can see your videos, and it can actually parse them. So up to 100 megabytes, you can take videos and you can place them into Kimi, and it can, perform tasks with it, reason with it, whatever. And this is the prompt that we're going to be using. So we're going to say, recreate this website exactly as it is in the screen. And this is the main prompt right here, but I want to give it some more context when it comes to that screenshot. In the attached, let's just use Whisper. Oh my gosh. In the attached screenshot, you will see a section that just looks like a blank section. That is actually a scrolling effect section. And if you look inside of the video, you will be able to see each of the scrolling sections. So this part we really don't need here, but we're going to put that there anyway. And all we're going to do is click agent. After clicking agent, you are going to click go. As you can see, I've used up my quota. So you will have 3 uses for free, but I am going to show you guys the websites we recreated. First, I'll show you all 3, then we'll get into the chats. But this is the entire workflow right here. This is the first website. So Unmoth. This was one that I saw. I really like the look of it. Really sleek, really simple, and it has some subtle animations, things of that nature. So I was wanting it to recreate this app. So I want to say, yeah, so this is it right here. Is this one deployed? Yep, it's deployed. So Kimi actually deploys websites as well. And this is the website. It has the animations. You guys see this is actually turning right here. You have animations with hover and things of that nature. Sections coming up. You got animations in these icons. You got animations right there. Very, very nice website. Like this is a nice website. I like it for simple use cases and things of that nature. But all it did was basically that same prompt that we input the screen recording, and then we input that prompt, recreate this website exactly as is. It literally went in, read its skill.md, found all the skills that it needs, set up a plan for itself, and then it executed on that plan, all for about 30 minutes. So if you have a free agent use that is it will run for 30 minutes long. I think that is a good free use to try out. But it goes in here, it uses commands, it turns the video into frames, so we can actually see the different frames of the website. You got frame 20, stuff like this. So and I put some of the code in here just so it can see, but this code is just surface level code, HTML. So in addition to that, it actually created all of the images that it needed. So all of these images right here that you see, the return, what's essential, or on the actual website, these images right here were all created by Kimi. I'm not sure with what model, but I guess that's none of my business. So it created all of the images, put everything together, deployed the website right here, website deployed, and that was it. That is it. It tested it itself. It verified, so it has browser use, and it gave us our final website right here. Now, for example number 2, we have Modal. We're gonna visit this site really quick. Let's close Unmoth. We have Modal right here. Which I really liked this website because it would test the abilities of Kimi K2. With this 3D cube animated with all of these, you got particles in the back, really nice navigation bar. scrolling logo wheel. You have this, which is scrollable sections. You have this section. So it gave it a lot of, testing to do. You got this motion right here, sideways scrolling, and we have one more animation down here. So I got it to do that same process, and this is what it came up with. If we can reload, I'll reload over here. So bam, open our preview, refresh, and bam, this is our website right here. So it didn't do it exactly as it is, but you guys can see that there are particles in the back that are, moving up and down. This cube right here is glowing and it's moving up and down. So it's adding these motion effects into it. We have the scrolling logo cloud. We have this section, which it was scrollable in the example, but this is something that we could adjust in one prompt. We can turn this into a scrollable section. The products, we have this one showing different examples or blogs. We have this one with drop downs. So it would have taken me as a web designer, it would have taken me 4 weeks, maybe 2 to 3 weeks just to build this out. Like, this is crazy. But we're going to do one more. So this one is this last website, Daniel Soon. I wanted to kind of do like a portfolio website, see if it can do that pretty well. Has some minimal animations, really playful, and this is the result that it came up with. So let me reload this, get this reloaded back. Bam. So this wasn't all the way at the bottom, but it created this section to show the different pieces of work, which isn't the same as over here, but I mean it tried its best, I guess. It's still a great product. I mean, I can see a use case for this being, if you want to get the code of specific front ends, then you go to Kimi K 2.5 and you get it to remake that front end. So now you have all of the code, and you can take that into your vibe coding projects. If you're creating a website for someone else and they really like this specific website, then you can take the code from that website and recreate it. But we see that it did, create the website. It's not the best, but my favorite one was definitely the one that it remade for Modal, this one right here. But that is it for today's video. This was a really quick one, but let me know what you guys think about Kimi K2 as you're testing it, and also how is it performing when you guys are running through this workflow of screenshotting a website, recording a website, putting it in there, and just putting in that simple prompt. Let me know what you guys' products are. And yeah, man, like, comment, and subscribe. More videos coming out back to back. But this has been D-Lo Brands, and I will see you in the next video. Peace.